don't want to feel like a bad advocate.
I would love to say that I had a plan that I followed every single day, but the reality is you probably won't be following your plan.
I generally tried to put in 3 hours a day.
On a school day, perhaps 3 hours per day.
3 hours after he came home from school, and then on the weekend, maybe a good 8 hours.
And then on the weekend, I do probably longer than a full school day of actual study.
On the weekends, I spent Saturday morning studying and then the rest of the day just chilling out.
You know, with exams coming up, I found myself doing a lot more hours, 4 hours at least per night.
In a peak time, it would be 4 or 5 hours in a night.
For me, how I scheduled my study time really depended on the subject. I found that to create my major work, I would need about 3 or 4 solid hours, whereas with a subject like mathematics, I couldn't do it for that long.
I found that one of the most effective strategies was just to write down a list of the things that pretty much worry you the most.
I'd have top priority, high priority, medium and low. Then I would try and get all my top and high priority things done.
Try and follow it as best as you can, but don't be too hard on yourself if you don't achieve everything that you set out to.
Allocate it into really specific blocks. Even if I hadn't finished, I would move on to something else.
And so you really need to schedule your study time in a way that works for you. If you're a morning person, then do it in the morning.
I worked well later at night, and if you stick to that, it makes it a lot easier to do it on a regular basis.
I've found a 15-minute or a 10-minute trip just to get a hot chocolate was often all the break I needed.
Have your breaks, have like a YouTube video here and there.
Sometimes I'd have other things on, and that didn't really worry me. As long as I was studying for good periods of time in a day, felt like I was getting through things.